EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard line.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Here's Ryan to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do the
touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones, 34 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29.
Let's go. Let's do it.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
No, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up 1st downs.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 38, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 64 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now Ryan on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Are you okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And now I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep.
Keep playing hard.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
59, ready, back 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Push him back. Push him back. Look left. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the right.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's got Lockett. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. Gets it to Gordon. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
380. Good job right there. 14, got it.
To throw is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back now in Atlanta. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Ryan. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Ryan now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
You got tape. You got tape.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
On the Seahawks 40-yard line.
You think you gonna get that? Watch safety creep. Watch safety. Hey, white. Safety's creeping.
Here's Freeman.
Switch.
And he's got some space here. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 40 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go. Touch 50, touch 50.
Throwing now is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Here's Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Able to get this to Gordon. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Six guys, check 6 guys. Smart that. Good guys, 4 down. Mike, 5-4. Focus, defense, focus.
Wilson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ryan now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Stocker's got it, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Freeman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the Seahawks 45-yard line.
On second down, Freeman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check, check. 54, stop.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Got it in. 258.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Bravo.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Here we go. 180. 50. Check mark 50. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. We're scoreless after one. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a first and 10. On first down, Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Check, check. Watch 54. Wow. Okay, we got to get the stop here, D. Hey, let go.
Rodgers going to throw. And able to find Alan Lazard. 7 yards there and a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the screen. Patch 30.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 24. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 58 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Fighting to stay upright. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Hey, 626. 54. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Check. Hey, 1-7. Check the 50. Mike, 54. Tackles.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this to Jake Kumaro. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 29 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made any.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Woah. Check right 54. Right 54.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
Now Rodgers throwing again. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They will run again with Coleman, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They hand off to their big tight end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Come to my world. Hey, alert. Alert. Alert.
On first down, here's Breida. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Check it out. Hey, alert. Alert. Alert.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Recon, 132 fighter. Watch the whip.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Here we go. Like 20.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
14.
Big stop, Pete. Big stop. Let's go.
They give it off here to the tight end. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here we go. Wait, 80. It's out of time. Hey, check 24. Check that hunt.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And Gold is able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
26. Right there.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Check. One, Omaha.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Mike Fofo. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
11.
Fofo's the mic.
Hey, Alpha.
Here we go. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Watch the run.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 42 yards. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 32 on the play. Back to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point up and good by Crosby. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
I got you. Hey, check. Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 11. Mike 50. Watch the pass.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
21.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo to throw. Flush to his right. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the out. Watch the out. 11.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Mike's 50.
Watch the run.
21. Mike's 50. Hey, Foxtrot.
First throw of OT for Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got you.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Mike 42, check. Mike.
They'll run on first down. Coleman slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
I got this. 13. 22 jet bomber.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Here we go. 180.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Check 52.
Check.
2.
Check.
2. I got him. 21. Here we go.
44.
Smooth.
Mike 44.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Mike 44.
Hey, Charlie.
44's the Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our stat.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw, Winston. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch up, switch up. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
94. Hey, shoot.
Second and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And James has it.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. This is fielded at the 7. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Ready?
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready? White 25. White.
Now Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. William Golston able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yes, yes. Hit it.
He'll look to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 24. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This 2nd quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the second.
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. Got a man. It's Brashon Perriman. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. A first down throw for Winston. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball. In coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check.
Hey, Echo.
Check. 45 the Mike.
Now it's the backup Stafford. Steps away to his left. Oh, wide open, complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 43 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Hey, Delta.
Shift. 45. Here we go.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, easy. Hey, team 6.
45.
Stafford looks to throw again. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. First down, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cameron Brate as the first half is winding down as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. This complete to Jones. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collective.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Shaquille Barrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
11. Slam. 25. Hey, 5-0.
Hey, Alpha.
Stafford. James has got it. Complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. On third down, here's Jones. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Fourth down, Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Jameis again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Matt Gay for the Buccaneers field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Again, it's Jones. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. Mike, 44 is Mike. Check.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A run with Ogunbowale. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And it's 3rd down. If they want a 1st, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And it see ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Here's Griffin. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Shaquille Barrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Like 7. Big 20.
Come. He's coming.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. What will be a Tampa Bay victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second.